Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see, this video is all about the hot air balloon, or as us professional Rust players call it, the HAB. Now this thing is honestly one of my most favorite items in Rust. Probably going to get flamed for that, but I do love the HAB because they spawn randomly around the map. They're essentially free other than the cloth that you need to repair them up to full health. And they always seem to come in clutch when you need them most. Let's say you're on a farming trip all the way up in the snow biome on the corner of the map, or you're leaving your base about to go on a trip to outpost and there's one spawned outside. They're always handy and you don't really need to keep them safe like the minicopter where you have to build a mini base or have turrets guarding it. You can use these things and then just set them down when you're done with them, let them decay and be destroyed. You'll find another one later when you need it. So like I said, they are essentially free, unlike the mini and scrappy, which you have to purchase for scrap. Now when you do find a HAB, you are going to want to have a hammer and cloth on you. The max cost to repair one of these up is going to be 150 cloth. Now the reason that you want to make sure that these things are at full health is because the higher the health, the quicker they will fly. So it is possible to fly when it's really damaged. You'll just be going extremely slow and it honestly isn't really worth it. So only fly these if you repair it up to full health. You obviously will need some low grade to fuel the thing. I tend to take about 50 to 80 low grade depending on how far I'm trying to go and if I'm planning on making a return trip using the same balloon. Sometimes they are only used for one-way journeys and you end up just leaving them at the destination and either buying a mini, running back, or taking any other forms of transportation, and maybe you just die at your location. But you don't have to worry so much about where you park this thing. So the hot air balloon, it does come with a small stash here with 2 rows of storage. Now I've hardly ever used this, to be honest, because half the time you end up leaving the hot air balloon at your location and you use it as a one-way trip. But if you need it, maybe if you're taking one back from a raid and you need to use it for more storage, it's always here for you. Also, you can take protection by crouching like right here, but do not count on it if you have any decent PvPers shooting at you. I've died plenty of times, mainly as a solo, trying to take cover from minis coming up on me. Even in my last vanilla series that I just finished, we died on the way to a winter biome. There were 2 freaking minis coming at me with bolties and they made quick work. Tried to jump out but kind of got glitched on the edge. If you guys are above water, honestly I might just bail out and try my luck with swimming, but keep that in mind. These protect like half of your body. So on to piloting the HAB. We're going to throw 80 low grade into the fuel storage, and when you're ready to take off you will press the big red burn button. And one of your best friends is going to be this red flag right here, which will tell you which direction you're going to be going. So we're going to start burning. And when you first take off, you're going to want to do 1 or 2 loops around in a circle so that you can get to a nice altitude. The higher the altitude that you are at, the quicker the HAB will fly, or glide, however you want to say it. So once you complete, let's just call it 2 rotations, you can start heading towards the direction that you want. So we are about to hit the first rotation. Okay, so we about completed the second rotation there, and it's going to automatically shut off. Just turn it back on. Now we can head towards the location that we're going. Once your flag is close to pointing that direction, you're going to turn it off. And you're going to sporadically be pressing this red button to keep the fuel burning and the flag staying in the same position. Now this does take some getting used to, but you basically want to predict when the flag is going to start moving, and just flying around will get you a feel for it. So we know it's going to start coming back. We want to compensate with burning a bit of fuel to make it come back the other way, and then turn it off so it doesn't overcompensate. Now when you fly over some mountains or higher altitude areas, it is going to slow down because it thinks that you're closer to the ground than you were before. Don't worry, once you clear the higher altitude, you will gain more speed. So we're going to slow down here because we are going over a small hill. But if we need to, we can also do another rotation to get higher up, and then we'll gain more speed because we're at a higher altitude. So when you are approaching your location, which we're trying to land at Bandit Camp here, you want to be basically right on the edge, maybe about a quarter of a square away before you pull the low grade from the top to land. So we are just over it. We're gonna pull the low grade now, and we'll start losing altitude. You're still gonna go a bit further from where you exactly pulled the low grade, so do it right on the edge of your location to land. And there we go. We're safe in the safe zone. And make sure if you are landing in a safe zone, you're not wielding a weapon as you're coming down. Otherwise, you'll get aggroed on by turrets and scientists. And yeah, your hab will deflate and you can safely do whatever you wanted to do at the location. Funnily enough, the hot air balloon is the most resistant flying aircraft and toughest to destroy when landed. So to destroy one of these things, you are literally going to have to waste 2 C4 or 5 regular rockets, and fire arrows don't do the trick on this thing like they do on scrappies and minis. You're going to have to shoot 150 fire arrows at it to destroy it. And so that's definitely not an option. I don't really know why you'd be killing your neighbor's hot air balloon, but it's just pretty hilarious. This thing is more resistant than a scrappy or a mini. So the hot air balloon is actually the most fuel efficient way to travel by air, using about 900 low grade per hour. But technically, you aren't even using low grade for like 80% of the time you're going to be gliding. So you definitely get the most bang for your buck with using low grade on this thing compared to a mini or a scrappy. Now, I'm just going to show you guys an example of like what interval you should be burning to keep going in a straight line. You guys can use this as a timing gauge or whatever you want to do, but here's about a minute of us just burning and flying straight. So right when that flag starts coming back, you're going to start burning, and then you want to switch it off quickly. So we were easily able to keep this thing going in a straight direction, just burning intermittently, and you guys can kind of see the timing that we used there. Just keep an eye on the flag, and you guys will get a hang of it probably within your first couple minutes of flying. You can take this thing to oil rig, or even if you're skilled with landing, you can land it on top of the dome, but it's pretty nice being free and just spawning on around the map. You don't have to risk losing a heli. So this can happen when you are too high up. Your balloon can't keep on going in the direction you want it to. The flag's going to stay straight even though you're burning fuel. So what you want to do is actually come down. You're going to have to make a circle and get at a lower altitude. It means you're at the max. But once you get a bit lower, now burn it before it gets to where you want, and you'll catch it going the right direction. There we go. Now we can try to land on the oil rig. Okay, we made one rotation so that we're at a lower altitude, and we're going to attempt a landing onto oil rig. Now we'll get pretty close and then pull the fuel at the last second. We might actually just get there without pulling the fuel. There we go. And that is a successful trip. Our hot air balloon is stuck up there. I believe it's going to come down. Once again, watch out for the death kill around it. Don't get too close to that basket. You guys want to be extremely careful if you get this thing stuck anywhere where it's not directly on the floor. It becomes an instant death if you walk up to the basket. I'll show you guys here. And yeah, just like that. So the hab does take 3 hours to decay, but check out how strong they are against SAM sites. You guys won't believe this. Yes, it does actually take 20 SAM site ammo to take down a hab. That's actually pretty crazy compared to a mini or a scrappy. Alright guys, lastly, we are going to test these SAM sites versus a hot air balloon ZERG. So we have 9 SAM sites set up here. We have 9 hot air balloons. So we're going to get these things fired up and then release them. See if the SAM sites can take them down before they run out of fuel and touch down on the water. Here we go. Let's get these things fired up. Alright, let's release the hot air balloons. They're missing! This one over here is just standing still, not even getting shot. There you go. Come on, hot air balloons! You can do it! Okay, one's on its descent. Can it live? No. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, the last rocket kills it, bro. Habs were so close to winning that battle. I don't know. I'm giving them half of a dub for that. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.